Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video of the One Meal channel. I am your host Nathan, and as usual we are either cooking something, cleaning something, or eating something that is enough to feed or occupy a 3-person family, and instead we're going to do it all by ourselves. So we got our potatoes going on the stove. We have our fresh soy sauce from the store, rice cooking up in the rice cooker, and of course, our chicken broth. Most people, we need ourselves a little bit of content, a little bit of distraction while we eat throughout the day, and so I humbly propose that you utilize my channel as your background noise from whenever you need to eat your food. It makes it a little bit easier if you have your favorite drink or beverage with you. Some people have their favorite foods, and I'm going to have some chicken broth and celebrate it. Another episode of the One Meal channel. All right, probably got a day or two left on the chicken broth that I'm keeping in the fridge. Chicken broth is still good. I've had it for about a week. I'm noticing it's just not as fresh as it was before, if that makes sense. Not as fresh. So I think if I make a batch as large as I made before, I think I'll put half of it in the fridge, half of it in the freezer, just to keep that freshness up. Get our onions done. I feel like I just took this trash out yesterday, and it's already time to take it out again. How'd you like that intro? High energy, focused today. I've been watching, I don't know if you know him on YouTube, Gotham Chess, a chess reviewer. There's a big chess tournament going on right now in Paris with Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru. And Hikaru always, like, Magnus Carlsen, even if you don't follow chess, you've probably heard the name before. He's just probably the best chess player in world history. He's not the best chess player today. Like, he's probably the best chess player of all time, like of the cosmos. Probably heard his name before. He doesn't really go on live streams very much, or like go on YouTube or film himself or make videos. He just doesn't do that stuff. Hikaru, he does. He makes videos all the time. And he starts every video out the exact same time. He goes, "Hello everyone, and in today's video," it's a good format. You got to go to something that works for you. But in that chess tournament, it was him and in the finals against Magnus Carlsen, going for first and second place, and Hikaru just got his ass kicked. To be fair, he played really, really well, but just at the very end, he made like this horrible blunder, which was just like getting your butt absolutely kicked. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, I'm making a mess. It's like getting your butt absolutely kicked, and you just start. Imagine like a UFC fighter going in, losing brutally. And then he has a YouTube channel where he does like reviews all of his fights, and he goes, "Hello everyone, in today's video," and his face is all like bruised. He's like, we're gonna review this fight where I brutally lost. It's I don't know. I watched the video earlier today while on my lunch break at work, and I just cracked up, and I'm still cracking up thinking about it. It's a little tough. I gotta commend him for keeping that energy and that introduction, even when, I don't know, frankly, you were beaten absolutely brutally, and he had more or less said that in his video as well, where you're facing the best. You're facing not only the best of today, but the best of all time, and that's a tough opponent to face. So I commend him for being able to keep up the positive energy, keep making the videos. I don't know. And so soon, like within a day or hours after the match occurred. I don't know if I would be able to keep my composure in a situation like that. or fake it. I don't, I don't care if it's his composure or if he's faking it. I couldn't do either. Well, with that being said, I don't know a thing about chess. I was a part of a chess club when I was a kid, like at a library with some other kids my age, and I wasn't good at it at all. I went to one chess quote tournament. It wasn't really a tournament. It was just like a bunch of kids in the town came together and played. I didn't win a single match. I had a draw in like all of my. I lost my first match and then I drew the rest of my matches. And 2 of those games, I was told afterwards I could have won, but my end game was just so horrible that I just fumbled the end game and allowed the opponent to draw. There are other situations, like in the first game that I lost as well. I believe they said that I could have drawn, but my defense was so bad that it ended up turning into a complete loss. Other than that, so after that, I just stopped playing chess entirely. That's how I know. That's why I say I'm impressed with Hikaru's composure, because even as a kid, I was like, hey, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with losing in this format. Yeah, I was a kid and I didn't get a single win, and I quit chess right then and there. So I don't know anything about chess, but I find it entertaining and interesting. My favorite kind of like sport, if you can call it that, to watch is got to be poker, of all things. Because all of these other sports, we'll say like chess, more traditional athletic sports like football or basketball or baseball, all of these competitors are people, with very few exceptions, but all of these competitors are people that have been playing the same sport ever since they were born, 8 hours a day, every day, and now they're adults. Right? Very few exceptions. Most football players had been playing football their entire life, like in the professional space. Most basketball and baseball players have been playing that specific sport their entire life. Poker players, on the other hand, you'll get down to the final table, and there'll be a guy that picked up the sport 6 months ago. Right, just started playing poker 6 months ago. He owns a company. He sold it. Has a bunch of money on hand now. He's kind of like retired. Just decided to pick up some poker, and boom, he's in the final table with 8 people, in this massive championship with a bunch of pros that have been playing for like 30 years. Yeah, and I find that unique. Right? It's not as entertaining as the other sports, but it's definitely unique. I probably know a little bit, I emphasize a little bit more about poker than I do about chess. But I still know basically nothing about poker. I've played a couple of home games with friends and family. I had one work event where we had a poker match where we basically had our stacks, our chips, money rather, like provided to us. So it was like a sales retreat kind of thing. So I've never really had the feeling of like playing poker with my own money, with the exception of like really low stakes games that I've played with friends and family. And watching the pros do it, obviously it's not even comparable. Playing chess on your phone app is not comparable to watching these pros compete at the highest level. But regardless, when you watch chess, the announcers would be like, oh, you can see Hikaru that's a very traditional Sicilian defense. It's okay, I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what are you talking about? A Sicilian defense? Oh yeah, well when the pawn and the rook and the queen match up in these orientations from L5 and E2, yeah, that's a classic Sicilian defense, which of course was first played in Sicily in 1842 by Ron Ferguson and Machiavellian. It's, oh my gosh, what the heck is going? And yeah, and it's just anyone who's taken a poker class for 2 weeks knows that. What? Really? So yeah, I don't know anything like that. Meanwhile, in poker, and they have some crazy terms in poker as well. Don't get me wrong. They have some crazy terms. But if you know what a pair is, oh yeah, he has a pair, and the other guy has a high card. And you know that the pair is worth more than the high card, then you're good. That's how complex chess is compared to poker. Is if you just understand that having 3 of the same card is better than 2 of the same card, that's the equivalent of knowing what the Sicilian defense is, which I still have no idea what it is. So don't get me wrong, poker is incredibly difficult to play, but it's not as difficult to watch, if that makes sense. I feel like chess is equally difficult to watch and play. And oh my god, I'm making an absolute mess over here with the rice. I don't mind if it splatters a little bit, but getting it on the floor, that's going to be a problem. Give me a second here. Getting too invested in sports that I don't even play. Let me fix this. Stuff gets sticky. It gets really sticky. Yeah. Already sticking on my shoes a little bit. Okay, what are we doing now? Let's get the chicken in. Finish warming it up. I'm pretty sure our rice is done as well. This is making it look like it's not done, but it is. It's lying to you. Yeah, you can tell because it's sticking to the bottom. So let's get that in here. Yeah, I've played a few sports, but my sports days are over. I have no interest in picking up on any sports anymore. That includes like recreational sports like snowboarding and skiing and stuff. I don't really live by any mountains now. And people love going on vacation and like skiing and snowboarding and things. And it's just, I'm only in my 20s. I'm not unhealthy. I'm actually quite healthy. But those types of sports are just too high risk. You know, I've seen too many stories of people who, not played, but were like skiers and winter sports enthusiasts ever since they were kids. Like, they're really experienced. They know what they're doing. And they're just out there to have fun, They're adults now. They're done with their high school, like they're not doing it competitively. And they're just going out to have fun on the slopes, and they have horrible back problems now for the rest of their life. Like, they have injuries, not like little aches and pains. I mean, they have serious injuries that they get from doing that type of stuff. Not to mention that you do have to share the slope with all of the other people that are out there, and accidents happen where you're doing all of the right things, but other people are new or stupid and get you hurt. Anyway, I think for every opportunity, I don't think I'm ever going to get on a roof or play a competitive sport or go snowboarding or skiing if I can help it for the rest of my life. It's just too high risk. It is too high risk. You know, working out, I think at the gym is probably like high risk enough. And by that I mean, obviously, if you're exerting yourself, even lightly, you could hurt yourself. But if you hurt yourself at the gym, I'd say it's probably better to hurt yourself at the gym than to hurt yourself on the slopes. Because if you're at the gym, hopefully you're close to your house. It's in a, how do I want to put this? It's in an environment where the consequences of getting hurt are much less than in other environments. It's kind of like a sandbox. So if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know, excuse me, that it's my goal to get back and go into the gym this year. And that the main reason why I haven't done so yet is because of my inability to be consistent in going to the gym from having, you know, 2 jobs. And I'm not saying that anybody with 2 jobs isn't able to go to the gym. I know other people are definitely capable of that. And I know there are a few commenters out there who can say, you just got to want it. Okay, I hear you. I hear you on that front too. But this is kind of a motivator for me. Let me put it this way. Going to the gym every day makes me feel really good because I used to do it for like 4 years. And now, just eating healthy also makes me feel good. Adding those together is great. All right, going to the gym and having 2 jobs doesn't make me feel good. So I want it, but that level of sleep deprivation, that level of let's just say stress over, like, got to make sure that my timing for work, personal life, and gym, and food all match up. Hey, I need to I can't take as much liberties, like with my conversations with my roommate or my phone conversations with my friends and family. I got to be able to prioritize things better in order to make everything work. All good out there? So we'll quit the graveyard job, get back to the gym every day before end of year. Be the primary goal. Noah looks at me like he doesn't think that's going to happen.
You say it every video.
I do make a video every day. It's good to have those types of motivators in your life. We're just going to let that cook a little bit more. So it's not quite as wet. Unplug this.
I was going to go to the post office, but I forgot big government closes at 4:30.
Big dumb government. Alright, let's give this a turn. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. This will be our meal. No burrito for me today. Those tortillas are actually pretty high in calories. They're a lot higher in calories than I thought they'd be. Frankly, I don't know how a tortilla has that many calories in it, so I'm a little confused how that happened. It'll be good for the graveyard shift. But for a Monday, we'll go tortilla free. God, and this is extremely hot. We're going to have this cool down for a while. .41, 2.42 pounds. Nice. It's a good sizing right there. Alrighty, well thank you all for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow with another video for you that you can use and put on when you are eating your food. And where did I just put my fork? Ah, here it is. Thank you. Alright, have a good night.